Hello everyone, welcome back. Advanced Financial Accounting. Joint venture account is a chapter name for BCom second sem students. In the previous sessions, we have learned to solve the illustrations which is under the books maintained as a separate manner by the co-ventures. Now, in this session, we are going to see when there is no separate set of books are maintained, how to record the entries. There will be two situations when each co-venture keep records of own transactions only with the help of memorandum of joint venture account, or when each co-venture keep record of all transactions. So we are going to see one particular method today, that is when each co-venture keeps record of all transactions. In that case, we are supposed to prepare joint venture account as well as co-ventures account. It is almost similar to the books maintained as a separate by the co-ventures, but only difference is under that situation we used to prepare the ledger accounts in the books of both the co-ventures. If there are two co-ventures, by keeping in mind those co-ventures, we are going to prepare the ledger account. But in case of this method, so we are going to maintain the ledger books under any one co-venture. Either it may be one particular co-venture out of three, or second co-venture or third co-venture. So whatever they may ask in the illustration, based on that we are supposed to solve. We are supposed to make the entries in the books of co-venture, even the joint venture account as well as the other co-venture account. Let us see one illustration how to prepare the ledger accounts. X and Y enter into a joint venture to take a building contract for rupees 24 lakhs. They provide the following information regarding the expenditure incurred by them. The expenditures are materials, cement, wages, architect's fees, license fees, plant. They have given some amount for X co-venture, they have given some amount for Y co-venture. Plant was valued at rupees 1 lakh at the end of the contract, and Y agreed to take it at the value. Contract amount of rupees 24 lakh was recovered by X. Profit or losses to be shared equally. You are asked to show joint venture account and Y's account in the books of X, and joint venture account and X account in the books of Y. In this illustration you can see this. In the books of X we are supposed to prepare joint venture account as well as other co-ventures account. And also one more question, that is in the books of Y we are supposed to prepare joint venture account and as well as other co-venture account. Let us start the solution so that you will understand clearly. First one is joint venture account and Y's account in the books of X. So in the books of X we are supposed to prepare joint venture account as well as Y's account. Remember, it should be in the books of X. The same format we are going to use, we are not going to change anything. So only thing, in the books of X we are going to record the joint venture account as well as Y's account. You can see here. So first let us record the entries under joint venture account. One thing you are supposed to remember while recording it, under joint venture account, if there is any expenditures or income related to X, we are not supposed to take in his name because we are preparing in his books. So let us start with this. First we have building contract for 24 lakhs. This we are not going to take because at the end they have given one information related to that. So let us consider that in the last. So let us see other information. We have expenditures which is incurred by them. So those expenditures we are supposed to take. So let us see the expenditures which are related to X. First let us take the expenditure which is related to X co-venture. So in the X co-venture we have materials 6,80,000 and cement 1,30,000 and architect's fees 1 lakh. So these three we are supposed to take under joint venture account. As it is expenditures, we are supposed to take on debit side of a joint venture account, but it is not in the name of X because we are preparing under the books of X. That is the reason we are supposed to consider in his point of view. So it will be in his point of view, he is giving some money, so that will be bank account. Through bank account he may give the money. So I'm adding all the amounts, so I'm doing the total 9,10,000. Now let us take Y co-venture. Material 5 lakh, cement 1,70,000, wages 2,70,000, license fees 50,000, plant 2 lakh. So this is the expenditure which is incurred for Y co-venture. This we can take in his name only because we are not preparing in his books. So if we are preparing in his books, that time we are supposed to take bank. So here we are going to take Y's account by adding a material, cement, wages, license fees and plant. By adding all this amount, we are going to take totally. You can take each entries also. Instead of doing that, you can club all together and you can take the amount. So the total amount will be 11,90,000. So after this, let us see do we have any other expenditures or income. So under adjustment, that is in other information, we have plant was valued at rupees 1 lakh at the end of the contract and Y agreed to take it at the value. So Y has taken over the plant. So that we are supposed to record. If any assets are taken over, we usually record on the credit side. The same entry we are going to record. As it is took over by Y co-venture, we can record in his name only, because if the X took over, then we are supposed to record in the name of bank. So the Y has taken over, we are preparing under X books. That is the reason I have mentioned as Y's account, plant taken over with the value of 1 lakh. So next we have contract amount rupees 24 lakhs was received by X. So the contract amount finally received by the X. If it is not received by the, usually in the list, in this kind of method, they usually give any one particular co-venture will receive the money. Here the X is receiving. So as we are preparing under in his books, we are supposed to record through bank. We are not going to record in his name. So because it is his books. So we are recording it is an income, the bank account, that is contract price 24 lakhs. So apart from that, in the illustration, we don't have any other expenditures or income. So let us do the total first. As they have already said, profit and losses should be shared equally. So let us do the total first. The total more will be on the credit side. So the same total on debit side. So difference I'll get, that's supposed to record as to profit on joint venture. If it is on credit side, it's supposed to record as loss on joint venture. So that profit with the amount of 4 lakh, you'll get a difference of 4 lakh. That should be distributed based on the ratio. What they have said, the ratio is distributed equally. That 4 lakh supposed to distribute equally. And when distributing, we are not going to record as X account, because we are preparing books in his accounts or in his books. That is the reason I have entered as P&L account 2 lakh, as well as Y's account we can record because we are not recording in his books. So that is the reason I have recorded as Y's account 2 lakh. Now after completing joint venture account, we are supposed to record Y's account. So when you are preparing Y's account, just transfer the entries related to Y account where we have recorded under joint venture, that we are going to transfer. So first one we have on the debit side, that is Y's account. Same reason, in the Y account we usually record joint venture account with the same amount and same reason. Apart from that, we have one more, that is joint venture account, that is the profit sharing ratio. So profit on venture. So for Y account we have 2 lakh that we are supposed to take. So after that, on the credit side we have one entry related to Y, so that we are supposed to take as joint venture account, that is plant taken over with the same value. So we are doing the total. If any balances are there, that will be transferred to bank account. So to bank account, the balance is 12,90,000 on the debit side. When we are preparing any accounts which is related under the books of co-venture, if there is an information related to that co-venture, we are not going to record in his name. So we are going to record, if it is an expenditure or income, we usually record in his bank account. If there is a profit or loss, we are going to record as profit and loss account. So other than any co-ventures information, we are going to record as it is, how we are going to record under the different method what we have solved earlier. So next we were going to solve joint venture account and X's account in the books of Y. So now we are going to prepare the joint venture account and X account. It should be in the books of Y. As you can see here, in the books of Y, that is the ledger account, joint venture account, X account. In this account, we are going to do the entries. If it is related to Y co-venture, then we are not going to record in his name. We are going to record in bank account. If it is a profit or loss, we are going to record under profit and loss account. So let us start by taking the expenditures first. So expenditure related to X, let us take that. So material, cement, and as well as architect's fees. So we can take in the name of X account because we are preparing in the books of Y. So we can take in his name only to X account. All the expenditures I have added totally 9,10,000. Then we have an expenditure which is related to Y. We have 5 lakh, 1 lakh 70,000, 2 lakh 70,000, 50,000, 2 lakh. So by adding all this, I'm going to take. While taking this, we are supposed to take in the, as it is an expenditure, we are supposed to take in the name of bank because we are preparing in the books of Y. In his books, we are not going to take in his name. We are supposed to record in the bank account if it is an expenditure or income. If it is a profit or loss, we are supposed to take under profit and loss account. So I have already taken all the expenditure by doing total. Then we have plant was valued at rupees 1 lakh. At the end of the contract, Y agreed to take it at the value. So plant which is taken by the Y, so we are recording in his books only. So when we are recording in his books, we are supposed to take in the name of bank. If it is a asset, we can take the asset name also. So if you're getting confusion, you can take in the bank name only. I have taken bank account only, the plant which is an income for that co-venture, which is recorded on credit side of joint venture account. So apart from that, we have one more information on the illustration, that is contract amount of 24 lakh was received by X. So income which is received by the X co-venture, we can record in his name only by X's account, contract price 24 lakhs. So apart from that, we don't have any entries. So let us do the total and find out the difference. Total will be 25 lakh, 25 lakh. So difference is on debit side will be considered as profit on joint venture. That should be distributed to equally based on the information they have given. While distributing to X, we can give in his name only, that is 2 lakh. By distributing to Y, we can't give the name because we are preparing in his books. That is the reason it is a profit we are giving in the name of profit and loss account. Now let us prepare X account. Only thing we are preparing in X account, just transfer the entries. So on the credit side, we have one entry, that is X account 2 lakh 24 lakhs, that I'm transferring on the debit side of X account with the same reason, same amount. And on the debit side, we have 2 X account, that is expenditures. I'm taking on the credit side of X account in the name of joint venture with the same reason and same amount. And we have one more, that is profit, that also supposed to take to joint venture account, profit on venture 2 lakh. So let us do the total will be more on debit side, that is 24 lakhs. So I'm taking the same total on credit side. Balance will be remitted to bank account, that is 12,90,000. I hope you guys have understood this illustration and also concept. So the concept is simple. In the illustration, they usually give to record joint venture account as well as X account. Sometimes they won't specify that. You need to understand whether we are supposed to prepare in which books, whether it is in co-venture book or whether it is in both the co-ventures book, or by preparing memorandum of joint venture. So within these three only they usually ask the questions. 14 marks we have already discussed. For 6 marks, within that 2 methods they usually give. So this is one of the method. It is also simple. So only thing you need to understand while preparing in which books we are supposed to prepare and which entries we are taking. So I'm giving one more illustration for you guys to solve. So you can see the question they have asked in the last. Prepare ledger accounts in the books of both the parties. So in the books of both the parties, we are supposed to prepare, that is separately. We have 2 co-ventures, one is A and one is B. So we are supposed to prepare the entries under the books of A as well as the entries under the books of B. So what I have prepared. So you need to make in the books of A, joint venture account, B's account. In the books of B, joint venture account, A's account. While doing in this illustration, please be careful while doing one information, that is A co-venture purchased timber worth rupees 20,000 and incurred rupees 1,200 as expenses on forwarding it to B co-venture. He immediately drew upon B for rupees 20,000 for 3 months. And also this acceptance was discounted at 6% per annum with his banker. So here we have a transaction which is a kind of bills discounting. In this they have made a contract, that is he is sending 20,000 within 3 months. The particular bill will be received by B co-venture. So B is going to receive the bills, A is going to pay the bills, and also in between the bank is discounted that. with the 6% per annum. So that also you're supposed to consider. That is also an expenditure for the joint venture. So that's supposed to consider. So, and while preparing joint venture account on the debit side, please consider that in the name of discount account. To discount account with the amount of 20,000 into 6% into it is only for 3 months. You are supposed to take as 3 divided by 12. And while preparing B's account in the books of A, take that 20,000 amount as bills receivable because it is a bill which is sent by the A. So while preparing B's account, transfer all the entries, and lastly record in the name of bills receivable, that is on the credit side of B's account, record by bills receivable account with the amount of 20,000 because it is a transaction which is done through bills. If it is done through bills, for one co-venture it will be a bills receivable, for other co-venture it will be a bills payable. As it is the business, they are sending money from one person to another person, that is one co-venture to another co-venture. And while preparing in the books of B, in the joint venture account, it is for the books of B. So while preparing joint venture account, don't give the name of discount because it is prepared under B. The discount will be paid by A. That is the reason you are supposed to give in the name of A's account. So that is under joint venture account on the debit side. A's account, that is the discount amount. Same 20,000 into 6% into 3 divided by 12. In the books of B, when we are preparing A's account, record that 20,000 on the debit side of A's account in the name of to bills payable account 20,000. And other things usually you transfer from the joint venture. So please solve this illustration, and if you are having any doubts, please mention in the comment section, and thank you for watching.